What's going down, M7 community, and new people that are going to watch this, because sit tight, this is the update you've been wanting to get details on, and I have pulled up conveniently for our education the 1.3. Even Sony's excited about it. Listen to it. It like tuned into my voice. It was just like it knew intuitively. I'm not going to say the GOW word because it probably will start playing it and I want to read these. So in the 1.3 patch note that we actually have finally gotten down to, one of the biggest things is New Game Plus and what that adds in. And I'm going to get into details about that in a second. But stay tuned as we just cover the details, the bullet points, and adds cameras, shake, and sway accessibility in the setting, which is really cool. You can just really conveniently option to menu to new accessibilities. So that's pretty simple, and I can always go into that later on as we access the game. And I'm going to be starting a New Game Plus on the Come At Me God of War mode, because I heard there's a new skin for your shield. That's one of the things that they added in as you continuously turn over on top of the actual physical New Game Plus mode. But check this out as we get into details. And most people popping in, I'm definitely going to look at that chat in a second, but let me get down to the nitty-gritty of details in this patch notes, because analytically speaking, most people tune out right around like 3 minutes, so I'm trying to jam-pack this information. But as we go down, we see that the new game comes with a host of new gear, more difficulty enemies, and cinematic skipping screens. Now that's kind of cool. You can skip it. Before, you used to have to actually turn over the game once, and then you had that option as coming into it. With the new Turnix that are level around 8, you get one for the boy, or Atreus, and Kratos himself. So you can actually tune those and actually collaborate within the actual realms of blacksmithing and kind of mold some really cool stuff. So there's a lot of enchantments and talismans and resources, abilities, and difficulties that you can choose as you're revealing the journey of Kratos and him and the armor settings that you can get down to, which I just kind of summed up in a little bit of what I dug into my details of what I found so far on the actual God of War drop. So it's like you're also going to be able to test yourself against like the enemies, which come from a more mightier, newer tricks up their sleeve. Now what they mean by that, and I dug into this the most because I really wanted to figure out what the hell they meant by that, because Sony was dropping hints, Santa Monica Studios, Corey, fucking anyone in the net was dropping like, what do you mean? And from what I figured out is it's starting levels. So it's like if I go at the God of War Come At Me mode and then I'm playing the New Game Plus, my enemies are probably going to start in probably around 7 or 8. They're going to be really heavy on that. Now also this means that they're going to be dancing around differently. The Valkyrie are going to have a new repertoire. So you're not only going to have to start dodging around the ice that she throws at you, or the Valhalla she can scream as she rains fire down onto you, or any other trick that you need to knock that little angel down and cut down the wings before it cuts you down into slices and dices. So what you're really going to want to like look down to also is the realm tears that are like going to pop in and out. Now that one that was left really vague. I'm really interested to play the game and really burrow into it to see what they mean by that. So they're supposed to step it up so you can't run away. So it's like, is it going to open a realm tear where like there's going to be like a Valhalla fucking like situation you can jump into another realm, or is it like, it's like, is this gonna be like some like Stranger Thing where we're gonna see the upside down for a split second? Like what the heck do they mean by that? And I guess we'll just have to play, and everyone can stay tuned and subscribe to the channel, absolutely free. And we can go into that on the Come At Me God of War mode playthrough that I'm going to get into, because I want that skin. I think that would be really cool, and I think there might be a trophy for it, so who knows. So the unique New Game Plus is a brand new rarity level equipment, craft, and upgrades, and the Scap Slack. Now those are found conveniently in your red chests. You're going to want to find like any kind of like what you used to get the health and other stuff, and you're going to be able to get down to it. And then one of the cool things that I found on like the tunic side that you can buy, that you can actually, anytime you open up a certain chest, it'll make explosions, which will knock back enemies. So that's also a really fun thing to get into. And you do start with an actual really cool skin for your shield. The reconciliation, I think, which everyone can get after like about 5 minutes of playing, pretty much. The new resources can be in the finest within the blacksmiths. So you just basically go to the blacksmiths and you can turn in that material, and you're going to be able to see, as you see 1.23 down there, the other hit that we used to have. that is going to almost get down to the very end, where it's play the game in the whole new way, explore new customizations and options with the extreme powerful new armors and enchantment. Finally, get ready back into action and a new added ability to skip through the cinematics in the new game plus. Now, one of the things I'm going to go into details now as we kind of get back and we access the menu, and it gives me this screen which everyone needs. No, stock up on your hack silver. I have a video that I'll probably link to this in the very end once I get back to it and it's processing, and I played my God of War playthrough that will give you the link of how I got hack silver so fast. Also, like, certain realms will like really go into detail, and I can detail that as well. But as we get into it, let's press X. It's going to give me some options. Now, you very simply can press the new game plus. Now, with the new game plus, you're going to have to make an option to make sure you make your own independent save once you start. Don't make the mistake of saving over another like save that you have there. That's pretty much going to erase your other save. Now, you also conveniently, if you are in your game mode and you've already played it, there will be in the options another start a new game mode that you can access. So I'm right here, Fire and Brimstones, and let's see my options, and this is New Game Plus, right? So let's go ahead and hit New Game Plus. This will... yes, and yes, and yes. Why would I not say yes? This is what we've been waiting for. This is that magic moment, as they say. Now, I could go towards... I'm going to go to new data. New data. Let's just, like, make our new data real fast. Right? And it's born. New Game Plus. But, no. Here's the thing. What difficulty we want. I want the come at me God mode. Like, that is the one that I want to actually be. Now, cool. It gives me that quick option, really fast in selection, and I'm going to go ahead and seal the deal. And what we're going to be sealing the deal is crazy ass Valkyries. I can already see myself getting salty in the future. That's okay. Damn it. I've cut back on my sodium intake. I'm gonna be like beast on that. Plus, I remember some moves, but I'm gonna have to get used to some new moves. So it's gonna make it really cool. It's like you're running back for the first time and you're discovering new horizons. So it gives those who want as the difficult as possible, requiring godlike reflexes and strategy. Enemies start at power level 7. This difficulty cannot be changed mid-game or a new save. So I'm pretty much gridlocked at this. And I'm glad that we have a new save. So let's go ahead and commit. I'm going to go ahead and say yes. And at that point in time, that pretty much takes us to Kratos cutting down a tree in the very beginning intro as we go into it. Now, as Kratos touches this lovely hand, you can see that I pulled up the post as Kratos here now is pretty much sporting the new armor that's been out there. That's pretty cool. On top of that armor, there's a lot more stuff that you can get down. Santa Monica Studios was so proud to bring into this situation of like bringing in top posts, as well as what you can find and deliver for situations in the near future. You can always just find them on Twitter. They're really cool, actually. They keep up to date. But as Kratos gets ready to chop down a tree, that ends our patch notes. I hope this has been informative, and for most people that want to get down to the point of understanding the fine nitty-gritty, we also have a few more facts I've left towards the end. You also can swap down your equipment. So now eventually what I mean by that is the talismans that connect to it. So say for instance you have one armor over here and it has this. You can swap between each other. That makes it more convenient in order to actually physically be able to save time as you're running through that. So bear that in mind as you're actually utilizing the fun factoids of what this update has a lot. It didn't mention that inside of there directly, but that was one factoid that I got as I explored the web and came up with these details. If you have any more situations, any cool armor, you want to drop a comment, please do so down below. And I'll be back in about roughly maybe an hour or two. I'm probably going to play some Thunder Run a little bit, like off like my own little time. I'm going to build my base up. And like I'm going to be back later on to continue this God of War come at me new game plus, because I want that skin. It's the run for the skin. So everyone, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for staying tuned, and this is your boy MacGyver7th. If you've liked the information that's came at you, you can definitely hit the subscription button down below. It's absolutely free. And if you liked it, hit that subscription button. I don't know, maybe 1,000 likes might give me a gold button or something like that. That'd be kind of cool. But I do appreciate everyone out there, and leave your fun factoids. If it's bad, it's good. It's all relevant. It is constructive creator criticism. So hit me. And I'll see you guys and gals later in the future.